Back? Hello, everyone.
Hello.
We're here with King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizards, who are all very tall, and much taller than I, actually. When was the last time you guys played in the garage?
We've never played in the garage.
Really? First time?
We're a garage band, never played in the garage.
So only
True statement. True statement.
True statement?
Yeah.
Have you guys ever had gizzard?
We don't really have it back home. Chicken gizzards? Yeah, I've never had it.
Do you know, like, it's a delicacy over here?
Really? Yeah. No idea. Maybe we can try it. Where can we go to eat it?
Yeah, basically anywhere, really.
What do you order?
Moelas.
Moelas.
Yeah.
Moelas.
Always, and we also have like this custom of using it in rice, like gizzard rice.
Cool.
Yeah, so
Gizzard rice. It's cool.
King Gizzard, is it a character because it's king? Is it a huge gizzard?
Yeah, it's just like a dude, you know? Just a guy. Yeah. He's just a guy.
Sorry, what?
It's just the gizzard is just a guy trying to make his way in life.
So it's also kind of like a like a geezer, like a geezer.
He's just he's just working 9 to 5.
He's a geezer.
Yeah.
He's a 9 to 5, just doesn't know where the next rent's coming from.
Although he's royalty and he's a king.
But he's also just like the rest of us.
King in his own world.
He'd like to think he's a king.
He's a king amongst men.
Yeah.
Poor men.
What about the Lizard Wizards? Are these guys related in any way? Is it?
Something else entirely.
He died.
It's Cook's uncle, I think.
Yeah.
Didn't they meet in a desert or something?
Yeah. There's a story that goes that I'm not sure exactly what happened, but apparently this crew went out to the desert and they came across a King Gizzard, and he said, "You are the Lizard Wizards." And then from that day forth, they became King Gizzard and the Lizard
Does this have anything to do with Red Mountain? I believe it's called.
Uluru. Rock? Yeah. No, it doesn't. We met some students in Iceland and they told us that story of how they thought that's how the name came about. So yeah, but it's not actually true. But maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe we went out into the desert to Ayers Rock and came across a King Gizzard.
They get along, right?
They get along most of the
They
time.
used to not get along, but they get along now.
Because of wizardry or because of gizzardry, I guess.
I don't know.
You guys have a track called "I'm in Your Mind." How did you get in there?
How did we get in there? That's a trick question, isn't it? It's a trick question.
Psychic powers. So that's where'd you get the psychic powers from?
It's all pretend. Like we're in there.
Yeah, we're in there.
Yeah, but it's pretend.
Were we always in there?
We're always in there.
Okay.
Since the beginning.
Yeah.
It's just kind of a fuzz now.
"I'm Not in Your Mind" is another song. So you guys are just basically playing around and toying around with the minds of people.
In and out.
Yeah, it depends like what point you listen to, whether you're in there or you're not.
The first half of the new album seems like one part, and the second half is calmer. That sometimes happens in mainstream albums. Are you guys going mainstream?
Yeah. We've been trying to sell out for so long now, it's so hard. Yeah. It's real hard.
Carlton Dry helped out a bit.
Back to the Lizards. Are you guys aware of this fighting fantasy book from back in the 80s called The Island of the Lizard King by Ian Livingstone? Does it have anything to do with you guys? Because it was very popular over here in Portugal.
That sounds cool. I haven't heard of it. Have you heard of it, Stuart?
No, I've never heard
Is it like a kid's book or something?
It's like a kind of a Dungeons and Dragons-y thing. Would you play with dice and a pencil?
Cookie?
No, I haven't heard of the book. I've heard of Dungeons and Dragons.
Cookie likes his fantasy.
Yeah, from time to time.
So you are the go-to with fantasy things in the band?
Yeah, I guess so.
in the fantasy community worldwide can we find you somewhere?
Lord of the Rings? You like Lord of the Rings? Yeah, World of Warcraft. Skyrim, yeah. Got into that.
He's deep in the Skyrim world.
Yeah.
What's your alias?
Cookie Dog 69.
You guys have songs like Cellophane and Hot Wax and Hot Water, which are basically objects. So this is like you guys trying to connect with the real world?
I'm not too sure. I didn't write them.
Yeah. I think you're talking to the wrong person.
We'll go over there. No, keep going.
Cellophane, Hot Water, and Hot Wax. So how do these things how do you get them in the fantasy world?
Yeah, I guess they're just things. Sometimes you just kind of think of something and then it becomes a song before you know it. It's just, you're just getting in there and you're thinking about something and then, you're kind of thinking about it as a song and then there's this music. And, yeah.
They put you on the spot, I know.
Yeah. There's some truth to fantasy, even though it's fantasy. Yeah.
So you're like somewhere slaying dragons and all of a sudden there's cellophane.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and some hot water.
Well, I mean, if it was too much fantasy, then you wouldn't be able to connect with it. Like, it wouldn't make any sense.
I'm sorry? You need some hot wax.
I mean, even in space, they got spaceships.